When I pulled into my driveway that evening, something felt wrong. The air smelled like sawdust, sharp, fresh, wrong. And then I saw it. The oak was gone. That towering 100-year-old tree, the one my great-grandfather planted when he bought this land, was nothing but a stump surrounded by muddy tire tracks. I learned to climb on its low branches when I was 5. My mom hung lanterns on it every summer. It shaded my porch every evening. Now, it was just gone. A laminated sign was zip-tied to my fence. Hazard removal, ordered by Greenstone Development Board. The name made my stomach twist. See, I live on 10 acres of open farmland. My house sits right beside a newly developed luxury community called Greenstone Meadows. You know the type: identical houses, manicured lawns, and people who believe diversity means letting their dog be a different breed than the neighbors. They hated that tree, hated that from their second-story windows they could see my red barn, my chickens, and the big oak casting shadows over their pristine cul-de-sacs. They called it unsightly, said it looked dead. It wasn't. It was healthy and mine. But they didn't like being told no by a black woman who didn't live by their rules. While I was at work, they hired a private landscaping crew to come onto my property and cut it down. No call, no letter, just chainsaws and arrogance. At first, I just stood there, shaking. Then something caught my eye. Deep ruts in the mud leading straight to my old utility shed. My pulse started racing because I knew exactly what was inside that shed. That's where the main power junction sits, not just for me, but for their entire fancy development. 50 years ago, before Greenstone existed, this whole area was farmland. My grandfather had the main power line run through his land. When Greenstone was built, the developer made a handshake deal with my father to tap into that same line. No paperwork, no easement, just trust. And that trust had just been chainsawed to pieces. I walked into my shed, flipped the metal latch, and stared at the big breaker panel. My hand didn't even shake when I pulled the master switch. Click, then silence. No buzzing air conditioners. No glowing streetlights. Just the sound of cicadas and justice. Within an hour, Greenstone was in chaos. Alarms beeping. Cars stuck behind their fancy